Go.
Already, yeah.
So Vinod, we're going to start your yoga series
Okay.
on Patanjali.
Okay, fine.
What I'm excited about, not excited, but what feels like could be of great service
Yeah.
is Vinod speaks Shakespearean level English. Say something fantastic.
So, like Shakespeare, he wrote dramas, basically. So he says, strive for the best.
Okay, that's what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
striving for the best. But believe it or not, Vinod spent 40 years in and out of the jungle while in the army and didn't eat for 12 years except for maybe a piece of apple if he saw something once a week or a month. Or,
Yeah, it's like that,
because he had his pineal nectar was dripping from headstand and from kechari mudra, swallowing the tongue upwards, although you're not allowed
Yeah,
to
exactly.
talk, right? You're not supposed to talk.
Yeah, we call it nectar, Chandra Amrit.
Okay, so now, so he has a real experience of being a accomplished yogi. So I asked him if he would do his commentary on Patanjali Yoga Sutras.
Yeah.
And I just thought that I could kick it off, help kick it off, right?
Sure.
So, that's the trailer.
Yeah.
Now let's get into it. The Yoga Sutras begin before the first pada, they say pada,
Yeah.
with and now yoga. I would like to give that commentary.
Yeah, that's it.
So it seems like and now yoga. What does Patanjali mean by that? What do you think he means?
Actually, Patanjali, this yoga is ancient. Even before Patanjali, it descends from Lord Shiva.
And when he begins his take, his words are and
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
yoga.
Yeah, that's it.
What does that mean?
Means yoga to make in a very scientific way that everybody could follow.
Okay, so now I would like to interrupt. It's the only time I'm going to interrupt. The intention is to break down what and now yoga means. It's very specific, and all of the shlokas are only a few words.
Yeah.
Like shloka 1 is chitta vritti narodha.
Exactly.
Now, the way it's usually broken down is chitta vritti. The way it's chitta is the mind stuff.
Yeah.
The waves cessate, stop.
Exactly.
So the goal of yoga is to stop the mind from moving,
Yeah.
right? But we can get really into that. What actually is chitta, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get into it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So I'll give like just a little Kickstarter.
Yeah, sure.
Chitta
Vritti.
I've seen chitta,
Yeah.
and like when you're in the dark, and even if you look into the dark right now and you squint your eyes a little bit,
Yeah.
you will see the pixels of reality. Because as the resolution drops, just like the resolution on a phone, you're able to see the microparticles of creation, which the Buddha called kalapas.
Yeah.
And these particles, once you've kind of gone into dark retreat for a while, you can begin to see them form. And this is the beginning of realization.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important as you start this series that we give kind of a clear indication. When these pixels stop moving, then you connect to your original source as the all-pervading consciousness of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Patanjali begins the Yoga Sutras before the first shloka with and now yoga. What could that possibly mean?
Can I explain little what you are telling? Otherwise, it won't be clear. For example, you are telling about the chitta in the dark retreat. It's an advanced stage. You go to for example, the software of the language. And not to a normal human being, if you talk chitta vritti nirodha, to him it's only a screen, chitta, where everything is happening. So to him it's only on the visual data unit. But now the thing which you are saying in the dark retreat, pixels coming and all, this is like going more deep into the language of the computer.
Yeah.
So to understand this, you need to go to the dark retreat, control on the senses. This is the deeper definition of chitta. To a normal human being who has not experienced the dark retreat, pixel and all, to him it's only merely a screen where all these thoughts are coming.
I like the computer analogy.
That is what I'm telling
And
you.
that's what should be used.
So to understand that chitta, you need to go to the dark retreat and pixels and all.
Many people aren't going to do that, but every night should be practice for death.
Yeah.
Every night you can close your eyes and you can watch the elements dissolve. They all have a certain quality. If you focus on the inner screen that looks backwards into the heart, the Wi-Fi hub to the planetary hard drives that hold the karmas. And when I say they hold the karmas, the planets are actually inside and outside, right? Mm-hmm. Of course.
This is a game of perception.
This is a game of perception.
Perception, I'm telling
exactly.
you.
I mean, I could be completely wrong,
Yeah.
but I would like to go over and now yoga, because
Yeah.
it's a very interesting interpretation that I like. Not interesting, super important. And now yoga, what could be meant like that? Okay, Patanjali was a realized being, an emanation. It said that he was even half naga, right? Half snake.
Yeah.
But, and now yoga. And why is he important? Because actually the Patanjali Sutras do lead to liberation, and they've led to liberation for many yogis.
Yeah, naturally.
Right? But he begins, and now yoga. To me, it means the following.
Yeah.
Now, little boys and girls, you've done everything. You've chased your desires. Money, sex, fame, politics, suffering, elation, joy, and now yoga.
Yeah.
Because there's only one thing left in life to really do, which is join with God. Yoga means come together with God. So when everything else is done, and now you finally come to the reason of your human birth.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is to have a human birth where you're able to have some resources to not worry and practice yoga, right? I mean, it's so difficult to even have a human birth, but to have a human birth where you have an education, you have sanity, right? So when you completed your suffering of being pulled this way and that by the sense,
exactly, by the senses,
and by the candy that is offered to you by people brainwashing you to fulfill their financial needs, right? With pornography. I mean, social media is basically pornography for most people.
Exactly, that's what's happening.
Right? And however, on social media, you can also find liberation. I mean, there's so many amazing teachers. I met Vinod on YouTube. He came out of the jungle to take care of his mom who was dying in Punjab. And when I saw him, I knew that he was a real yogi, like a star yogi, not afraid to talk about kechari, VAJROLI, and there is a reason to protect those practices, but Vinod is a wild guy. So here we brought him to Bali, and now yoga. And now there's nothing left but yoga. There's nothing left but to prepare for death. The wise man prepares for death. The fool thinks it's going to come later.
Yeah.
The wise man thinks it may come tonight. It may come in a few minutes. I'm going to stay in practice. And now yoga.
Yeah. So
there's 1.5 billion people that live in India that understand moksha. Meaning liberation. You ask people in America what liberation or enlightenment means, and it might be like a brand of clothing or piece of candy or a nightclub. Let's take my friend here. We're in the beautiful Bali hills of Ubud.
Vidana, my name's.
May I ask, is it okay?
Yes, okay.
What does moksha mean?
Moksha means like a reincarnation are the same. You have to reborn like that, moksha, to get moksha, reborn.
But if like a good meditator
Yes.
is not reincarnated, but instead has full moksha,
For moksha.
what does that mean?
Moksha means to to get on the like, so if you to get the moksha, you must have so bad behavior, a good behavior before,
Right.
and then make sometimes good for anyone's good.
Good karma.
Yeah,
you are
good
saying.
karma. So that's
Yeah.
good karma.
But
That's it.
moksha easy?
No, very hard to get moksha. Very hard.
Yeah. So there's a little language barrier, but full. He's saying full moksha means that you have eliminated all your desires and karmas, and no more parents,
Yes, correct.
right?
Right.
No more
No more parents and
girlfriend, no
yeah.
more boyfriend.
Yes,
No
no
more work.
No more work, no sex, no nothing.
No more human body.
Yes, correct.
You go to Svarga Loka,
Yes, right.
which is beyond, which is the land of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, heaven, and you are one
Yeah.
with everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. But very hard to get the moksha.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah. Well, you have to first want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but after you are reborn many times, let's say you come back to Bali
No.
1,000 times,
No, I think,
it may be boring.
yeah, maybe.
1 million times.
No, I'm not sure from.
No, but you want to come back, reincarnate 1
Yes.
million times?
Yes, I might to reborn.
But do you want to? 1
Yes,
million?
I want to.
Because Bali is so beautiful.
Yes, correct.
And you
right.
love your family.
Yes, right.
But most of the world does not live in Bali,
Yeah.
and not so easy.
Yes, right.
Some places, I know it may be hard to believe,
Yeah.
right? But do you think that it's possible in some places you could be enjoying your life and then all of a sudden a war could break out
Yeah.
that threatens you?
Yeah, exactly.
You think that could happen?
Any time anything can happen.
You think that could happen?
No.
No, because he lives in beautiful Bali.
Yes, correct.
But in the rest of the world, danger.
Dangerous.
And people are born to a lot of suffering. And so therefore, even if you're very wealthy or talented or lucky, you have no freedom, because at any moment the body can betray you. This body can break down.
Anytime we can.
Anytime
anything
can
happen,
bring
you know.
body.
People are walking, they go hard, cardiac arrest and go and drop down. Many of my friends, they are walking in the morning in the India. So they say they collapse. Gone.
Gone. And so what is the freedom in this life? Is the ability to walk out of this body.
Yeah, to leave this body at your own will. This is the conscious death. And the other name in yoga, they have given it like a seed. Seed means when we put the seed, it sprouts. It has to lose its identification as a seed. So it's not dying. It's rather taking a new birth. We call it death. People are scared. To die at your own will is to sprout our seed, leave this body, but it's an accumulation of karmas.
That's the real moksha.
So this is the real death. We don't die. This body drops down.
That's the real
naturally.
birth.
That is the real birth. We come up like anything with the flowering plants, then like this. So this is not death. This is real life, real birth. This is what he's talking about.
Mungarti.
Mangarti, yes, understand.
This is it.
And so therefore, and now, yoga.
Yeah.
Finally, freedom.
Finally, freedom. How
Finally,
to go
freedom.
towards that?
Now, how to go towards that?
How to get the moksha, you have to yoga. Like
Yeah,
that. Yes.
yeah.
This is what yoga is.
Yeah.
Yoga.
And now, that's going to be, Vinod is going to start breaking down sutras every day to describe 191 ways.
Now we have to follow your, in Bali, you must be familiar with that.
Yeah.
Rishi Markandeya, have you heard of him? We have caves here. Rishi Markandeya had been to Bali 2,500 years back. Rishi Markandeya, he brought all this Lord Shiva meditation, Ardhanarishwar, yoga, whatever ceremonies we are doing, Durga Puja, Ganesha, this is all Rishi Markandeya. So,
Rishi means somebody who has seen the interior of God.
Thousands of years back.
So we have a Rishi.
Patanjali
in,
Rishi.
in Bali, we have a Rishi.
Oh,
This
Yes,
is
we
Rishi.
have Rishi.
Okay.
The holy man.
Oh,
Okay.
exactly.
Holy-
The same thing is
Yeah.
coming, descending from there.
Like a Rishi, we call like the level up of the Manku, you know. So
Okay.
Manku is the level.
The symbol is your seven star. In the seven star, these are the main seven rishis with Lord Shiva. From then they are descending.
And I will tell you that stars are very interesting because in the Hindu cosmology, in Hindu, what do they call it? What do they call it in the West? I'm going to read your horoscope. In Hindu,
Horoscope. All the stars.
astrology. That's the
Astrology.
word I was looking for.
Astrology.
In Hindu astrology, the planets hold your karmas, and you begin to see planets. Can I say that? In the dark.
Oh.
Because that's what we are. It's incredible, but the planets are holographically projecting us, and we are not here. We are pixels, like on the computer screen, that have consciousness. So the pixels have the qualities. Even the Buddha describes them. It's called the kalapas.
Oh.
I used to think this was too sacred to talk about,
Yeah. So what?
but it's actually any monk studying Buddhism in the Thai forest tradition or a Theravada tradition, they learn about kalapas, and it's the pixels, the smallest particle, and each pixel has earth, water, fire, air, consciousness, and abilities, plus digestive ability and reproductive ability. So the pixel can make another pixel, right?
Reproduce.
And you can, and when you go into dreams at night, you can actually, if you focus, close your eyes right now, you can start to see pixels. And the more you work with it, right? The more, yeah.
As like in photography, different pixels form a picture of a human being or something.
Right.
So like this is they are intricately woven to
Right.
make something, form all these things.
Right.
But it takes a lot of time, Mr. Vik, as you have been dark retreat.
No, but
very
most
deep.
people can close their eyes and start to learn different techniques to activate, and it's the time of the right now you can see a tunnel of light and pixels, and time to let you get into it. We'll see you in the next.
Oh, it's very
They'll
and-
see you.
and what
when-
I can see.
How often are you going to do it?
The technique which you are telling, Mr. Vik.
No, how often are you going to do the sutras?
These sutras.
Yeah.
Because I experience
One a day?
most of the time when we are doing headstand. All the time, I think.
No. How often are you going to share the sutras online?
Oh, it depends on once in a day I'll be doing
You'll
it.
do one different sutra a day?
One particular sutra may take many more days also.
Oh,
Some
really?
sutras, for example, Chittavritti Nirodhasya, we go deep down. The whole Gita is in that.
Okay.
So one sutra may need many days also. It depends.
Okay, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to it.